Welcome to Bob Cargill's Marketing Show, a ridiculously awesome podcast bursting with insightful commentaries and intriguing conversations on the topics and issues that are on the minds of marketers, advertisers, social media, and PR professionals today.
Hey everybody, this is Bob Cargill from Bob Cargill's Marketing Show. How are you? I hope you are doing very well. I hope you are having a ridiculously awesome day wherever you are, whatever you are doing. I am having a ridiculously awesome day today. My day just got better because I am talking to you, and I appreciate you listening to me, watching me. If you're watching this on YouTube, I appreciate you. I really do appreciate you. And I want to say I appreciate our veterans because today is Veterans Day. So we honor, we thank our military veterans of the U.S. Armed Forces today, September 11, 2023, as I record this. Of course, you'll probably be hearing this a few days after today, probably the week of November 13, sometime the week of November 13, I will publish this podcast. You will be able to find this podcast. I host it on Podbean, but I make it available on YouTube also. It's recorded on video, and it does get shared elsewhere, pretty much wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And I hope my podcast, Bob Cargill's Marketing Show, is one of your favorite podcasts. This is episode 179, as I said. Often I will have guests and we'll have interviews. Often I will do monologues like today and go over a bunch of different things. And also, sometimes I do those short little case studies, mini lessons, social media, marketing riffs. Thank you for listening to all of that, watching all of that in the past. And here we go with today's episode 179. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I've been up to lately, tie it back to marketing, social media. And that includes my teaching. That includes AMA Boston, the American Marketing Association Boston. I might talk about my book a little bit, and then we'll wind down. I'm expecting that I'll talk for about 15, 20 minutes if you're just trying to think, what am I going to do for the next 15, 20 minutes or so. I hope it's watching this podcast, listening to this podcast. I teach this fall at 3 different universities in Boston, 3 outstanding universities. I teach at Northeastern University, Suffolk University, and Mass College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. At Suffolk, I'm teaching 2 business courses, 2 sections of the same business course, and 1 marketing course. In the marketing course right now, students are working on a simulation, which will lead to an online simulation. That'll lead to their final project and presentations, and I'm looking forward to those presentations. My students are wicked smart. At Suffolk, in all 3 universities, the students I have are wicked smart, Suffolk, Northeastern, and MCPHS. They also, my marketing students recently finished what we call a store check on the sneaker industry. And because we're located in the heart of Boston, Suffolk University we had the opportunity to take a little field trip to the Boston Crossing, downtown Boston Crossing, Washington Street, where all the big iconic stores are, and a lot of sneaker stores, a lot of shoe stores. And again, we're studying sneakers, the manufacturing, the marketing, and sales of sneakers. So we went to Snipes, a new sneaker store there, and Limited Stock, a high-end sneaker store. And both stores were so friendly and welcoming, and the people who worked there gave us a little talk. One person did at each of the stores. So the students are immersing themselves. Experiential learning was this field trip where they're seeing how the real world works so they can take that real world knowledge and level up their educational journey and be prepared for their future respective professional journeys. And that's what we're doing in the marketing class, the simulation. These are the big projects. The simulation, we have tests, we have quizzes, we have a textbook, we have my lectures, but the simulation and the store check are 2 of the big projects in the marketing class. And the business class, geez, we're looking at everything from ethics to AI to sales and marketing to analytics, and many case studies that we do. And one in particular, which will be their final presentation, is on a local business. We're visiting that business. We did the other day a field trip, and we're helping that business level up their success. They are already extremely successful. They are already extremely well known. Amazing people. Amazing what they have to offer those who come into their business. We are going to help them use technology to yes, absolutely, level up what they are currently doing. And again, they're already currently doing things amazingly well. They are ridiculously awesome. I could not say enough good things about this place. My students are going to gather next week, yes, and in my classroom, do some presentations, and those who do the best presentations are going on to compete against other classes doing similar presentations for the same business. And then those winners, if you will, there's going to be a few winners of that competition I'm going to present to the business itself, the people who own the business and the executive team. What a great opportunity this is. Again, firsthand, immersive, experiential, real-world learning. And this is great for a great grade, which I'm confident all my students are going to get. But not just that. It's meeting people in the industry. It's a presentation they can use perhaps in their online portfolios and share with prospective employers, share with if they're going to look for a summer internship perhaps before they graduate. They can take this work with them, frankly, for the rest of their lives, carry it with them up here and online or a printed handout of their work and say, hey, I did this. This is something I'm proud of. And they're working hard and they're wicked smart. And I give them props, kudos, applause. Students, if you're watching this, listening to me right now, all my students could not think any more highly, cannot think highly enough of them, or cannot state enough good things about them. Whatever the expression is, I'm trying to say I think so highly of them, and I'm so proud of them, and I put them up here on a pedestal in terms of I admire them and respect them for all that they give to their work in the classroom and in between classes. They work very, very, very hard, and it's going to pay off, students. It will pay off. In fact, I tell my students, their work matters. I say, hey, think of great athletes, great artists, highest ranking government officials across the world. Yeah, Tom Brady, Lady Gaga, President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris. Think of these people and what they do day in and day out to level up their work. Your work matters equally. What you are doing in the classroom, in between classes, on your own, studying, going to the library, attending class, taking quizzes, exams, doing presentations. That matters just as much as the most successful people in all walks of life around this world. Your work matters just as much, and your work will pay off just as much if you want it to. You can succeed at the highest possible level, I tell my students. Each and every one of you you have what it takes to succeed at the highest possible level. You just need to keep doing what you're doing and believe in yourselves and have faith and have confidence and keep on keeping on. Yes, pick yourselves back up more times than you fall down. I say that all the time, but it is a great way to go about succeeding in life because we all stumble, we all drop the ball, we all fall down once in a while. That's life. Just keep picking yourself back up and getting after it. Here's my motivational riff for today, for this podcast, for episode 179 of this podcast. Hey, I was talking about my Suffolk University students and how awesome they are, and that includes in my business and marketing classes there. Let's talk about my Northeastern University students. They're grad students. We emphasize personal branding. I have a social media course there, and I have a digital era skills course there. And in both classes, I emphasize personal branding. Personal branding is creating your own content, sharing other people's content, engaging with others online, earning people's trust online, such that you become known, such that you have a platform, such that you have substantial reach online in the social media world, on LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, wherever. You might have your own podcast. You can have your own podcast. Anybody can have their own podcast. You just have to do it. Difference between success and perhaps failure, or let's just say not succeeding at the highest possible level, is doing things that you think about. Don't just think about them. Don't just talk about them. Do them. You can do it, students. Whoever's listening, you can do it. Yes. So personal branding, it's doing the content. It's sharing the content. It's listening to others. It's sharing their content. It's gauging with others. Thought leadership. That's what I'm teaching. That's personal branding. I'm talking about blogging. I'm talking about podcasting. I'm talking about creating content on a regular basis, day in and day out. And that includes videos, getting behind the camera, getting in front of the camera, getting behind the microphone. Okay? Whatever you can do to create content, share your expertise. Be generous with your knowledge to help others level up their own lives. Social media audits. One of my classes at Northeastern University just turned in audits of other brands, big businesses, how they're using social media. So they compared one company, for instance, Fenty Beauty, in one case was one of the companies that one of the groups of students did their social media audit on. And they looked at that company and compared it to a couple other cosmetics companies. How does Fenty Beauty compare? What are they doing differently? What are they doing better than the competition? This is Rihanna's company. Rihanna owns Fenty Beauty. Rihanna, a very talented artist who has been very successful for many years in the music world, is equally successful, perhaps more financially successful in the business world. Their own cosmetics company, Fenty Beauty. My students, great job did they do on auditing that company. And the other students did an equally great job on the companies they audited. Social media audits am I teaching in one of the courses. Let's jump over to, and it's not far down the street from Northeastern, that's Mass College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, MCPHS, one of the oldest pharmacy schools in the country. But I am not teaching healthcare per se. I am teaching marketing, which can apply to healthcare, but also any industry, principles of marketing. And my students in this class, my ridiculously awesome students, are working on marketing plans. They have the opportunity to pick the company, pick the business, pick the organization, the institution that they want to do a marketing plan on, and they spend almost a whole semester on it. And I help them, I guide them, I teach them, I support them every step of the way. They'll be doing their presentations very, very soon of those marketing plans. Everything from strategy, creative concepts, to audience, to analytics and measurement, budgeting. A lot will go into those marketing plans, and I can't wait to see them. I think I've covered the 3 schools that I'm teaching at, and that's all marketing, all social media, all business, all up here. I'm living it. I'm breathing it as I have since 1983, and that's what my book's all about, 20 Jobs, 20 Lessons. I did a book talk at Suffolk University just last week. Yeah, I talked in the library at the Poetry Center, and I thank Suffolk, I thank Beata for helping to make it possible. She works at the library and helped me make this event happen. And I get the chance to see some of my students in the audience and talk about my book and about my career, and I gave away a few copies of my book. And it's all about the different jobs I had, mostly at ad marketing agencies, as a copywriter, a creative director, a director of social media, different titles, but always creating content, always writing, always working with designers, managing creative teams. Loving every job I had, but lots of jobs, because I was always reaching for the brass ring. The brass ring means you get the brass ring, you get a free ride on the Flying Horses Carousel, is where I once got the brass ring. Martha's Vineyard, Oak Bluffs, Flying Horses Carousel, they have the brass ring. And you reach for it as you go around. You get one chance every time you go around, so you get multiple chances. Never got it much as a kid. I finally got it once as an adult. The brass ring, yay, I got a free ride. And I think of the brass ring as getting another opportunity. I think of always reaching for the brass ring, and I tell my students to always be reaching for the brass ring. It's another opportunity. my 20 jobs back here, I was always reaching for the brass ring, and that's how I got the opportunities to level up my career time and time and time again, and I'm still doing that. I have found my calling after so many years. That is teaching. I'm so grateful to Suffolk University, Northeastern University, and Mass College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences for the opportunities to teach there. And I'm thankful for the ridiculously awesome, wicked smart students I have in the classroom. American Marketing Association Boston is my 4th year as being president, and I invite you, if you're in the Boston area, to attend our events. We have guests, we have members, speakers, sponsors. We're always looking for new venues. We have great networking events, great educational events. Just look us up at amaboston.org. And I thank my fellow board members, Emily Cucuzzo and team. I mentioned Emily specifically because she is president-elect. She will take over for me in July 2024. We work very closely together, along with the other board members, to guide the chapter to success, day in, week in, month in, year in, and out. Do we work hard, but the reward is you get out of it what you put into it, and I think I get more out of it than I put into it. I meet people, I have opportunities to talk in front of people, travel occasionally, mostly locally, but to see businesses, see case studies, learn about case studies, learn about marketing, learn about social media, advertising, PR, social media, you name it. Things I might not have learned, people I might not have met otherwise. Thanks to AMA Boston, thanks to the American Marketing Association. Yes, it's a great group, and I hope you, if you haven't already, I hope you will join our group. amaboston.org. You can look us up, follow us on social, or just hit me up anytime if you have questions. I'm looking at my notes, and I'm thinking I might wind down. I wrote down a few notes, what I wanted to talk about with you today. I'll finish with this. Your journey, it's never too late, but it's also never too early to level up your journey professionally, sure, personally too. I could be speaking about educationally, athletically, whatever you are doing, wherever you are, whatever you want to be, whatever you want to do, you can be it, you can do it. Just got to put your heart, mind, soul, everything you got, and then some into it. And I am encouraging you to not place limitations on yourself. I am challenging you, trying to inspire you, trying to motivate you to say, I got this, because you do got this. So whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you want to do, whoever you want to be, you can be it. You can do it. Mark Zuckerberg, he founded Facebook 2004, I believe. He was a student, I believe, at Harvard University in Cambridge. Yes, Cambridge, Mass. Him and his classmates, friends, they started Facebook. And look at where Facebook is now. That was in 2004. The rest has been history, right? Yes. A behemoth, iconic social media platform, channel, business, brand that he found at a very young age. And I'm mentioning Facebook because I live and breathe social media. I'm on Facebook every day. I'm on all the channels every day. My closing words of inspiration, I hope, to you are, don't set limits. Don't think you can't do something, no matter how young you are. Frankly, no matter how old you are, it's never too late. It's never too early. Get after it now. Okay? You got this. Okay? Believe in yourself. Okay? Thanks. Hey, thank you. A big thank you for listening to Bob Cargill's Marketing Show, for watching it. If you're seeing this on YouTube, thank you. Appreciate you. Subscribe. Share my content. Spread the word. Yes. But regardless, that you're here now, that you're listening to me, that you're watching me, that's all that counts. That's what I appreciate. And I hope you are well. I hope you are having a ridiculously awesome day. And I thank you, yes, once more, for listening, for watching, and I will talk to you again soon.